Hey, what's up, guys? So, JP here. Just came back from Houston, Texas. Went to the WrestleMania watch party that In the Clutch was hosting. Yeah, so it was cool vibes there. I got to say what's up to Ross and then Dub and Trill Billy there. So it's cool meeting them for the first time. Yeah, I just want to go over night one and how it went down, how I felt about it. I'll tell you right now, overall, I didn't love it. You know, some of the matches just didn't flow right, and there was quite a few botches last night. So this night, so yeah, I got the card pulled up right here. I'm just gonna go over it. First, we had Jay versus Gunther. Jay won by submission, which I like that finish. But I'll be honest, like before the finish, the match was like kind of clunky here and there. Like it was just like okay, like it really didn't start picking up like till towards the end, So, and also the fact that like we all kind of saw Jay winning, like we all kind of predicted that he was gonna win the championship. And another gripe, a little gripe I have is that Jay Uso name is main event Jay Uso when he's opening the show at WrestleMania. It's kind of like a little bit disrespectful, in my opinion. Anyway, not a bad first start to the show. Then we had the New Day versus the War Raiders. All right, for the World Tag Team Championships. First thing I gotta say is that I wish that the Street Profits were on the card instead of the New Day and the War Raiders. I mean, just in my opinion, like I would have rather seen the Street Profits versus DYI or whoever. I mean, they're supposed to have a TLC match next week on SmackDown. I'd rather have seen that on this card. I feel like that would have been a lot more exciting. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't really see much of this match because right after the first match ended, I went inside in the bar and got a drink and took a piss. I just didn't care about this tag team match, so I missed the majority of it. I saw like the tail end of it, and I was like, okay, it's over. Thank God. Let's keep moving. Let's move on to something more entertaining. We had Jade Cargill versus Naomi. Naomi got the win. Oh yeah, by the way, New Day won the titles. If I didn't say that already, but Naomi got the win here. Oh, not Naomi. Jade got the win. Sorry, I just drove 4 hours to Houston and back, so I'm a little bit tired. I should be sleeping right now, but I'm over here talking to y'all. um, yeah, so Jade versus Naomi was, as far as I remember, it was all right. I don't remember anything too special about it, and it was like in the back of my mind watching, I'm just like, bro, we know Jay's gonna win this match. Can we wrap it up? Like I feel like it almost should have been a squash match. You know what I'm saying? Like it should have not lasted longer than 5 minutes. Like we all knew Naomi was not gonna beat Jade unless she cheated, which didn't happen. So Jade just pretty much dominated her, and that was the end of the story. All right, now on to the match that was pretty damn good. And I forgot to mention, like, this was like basically a one match card, with the triple threat at the end. But this match right here was like the second best match of the night, in my opinion. So yeah, Jacob defeating LA Knight for the U.S. title. I think we all saw this coming as well. Another thing I wanted to say was like, bro, after all the results of these matches, if I put money on this shit, like if there was a way to bet on wrestling in WWE, a lot of people would be rich right now because like almost every prediction became true. Jay winning, New Day winning, Jade winning, Jacob winning. Like 4 out of 4 already. Like you would have got some money off of that shit. Anyway, yeah. Jacob and LA, solid match. Like they had some great spots in the match. I was thoroughly entertained while watching it. And Jacob didn't need any interference to beat LA Knight. He beat him straight up clean for the title. And now the title's with the bloodline, you know. Let's see what happens with Solo. And when, if Solo is going to betray Jacob, or, you know, Jacob's going to, you know, be like, I don't love you, Solo, or whatever, you know. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, LA Knight had a good run, you know. Like, you know, it was time for, you know, Jacob to, you know, become the next guy, you know what I'm saying? Like, start winning championships, because he's clearly over with the crowd. I mean, after he won, everybody watching it at the bar there was like very happy. You know, we are cheering and shit. So it was about damn time. All right, we had El Grande Americano versus Rey Fenix, because Rey Mysterio couldn't compete because he got injured on SmackDown. So Rey Fenix stepped up in his place. Honestly, bro, both these guys, like, before the match, I was thinking, hey, both guys are really good wrestlers. They're gonna put on a good show, and they did okay. You know, like, they had some decent spots. You know, Rey Fenix, I really like the way he wrestles. Like, he can go in that ring. You know, like, some of the moves, like, he does, like, it seems like he's about to botch, but then he doesn't. Like, he saves the spot and whatever. So he's pretty good. And Chad Gable, you know, or El Grande Americano, he's always good. His entrance was hilarious, you know, with the mariachi band and shit like that. It's a little bit racist, but, you know, it's kind of funny, Only thing I didn't like was the fact that he won this match. Like, now I'm thinking, if Ray was in the match instead, like originally planned, I think Ray might have won this match, and yeah, that's the way it would have went. But because he got replaced, I'm guessing because Chad Gable's been on the roster longer, yeah, the win went to him, because, you know, he's a veteran, when Ray's Phoenix is new to WWE, so, or maybe they just wanted to upset, but I don't know. Like, when El Grande won, it was kind of like a wet fart, you know, like, we were always like, okay, whatever. And we got Tiffany versus Charlotte, and Tiffany retained the title, thank God. I really did not want to see Charlotte win that championship, man. I was going to be very upset, because I really thought that WWE was just going to just not give a, I don't want to curse, not give a shit about, you know, the fans' opinions, and the fact that people just don't want to see Charlotte on top anymore. But they did the smart thing. They had Tiffany retain. The only thing, though, is this match was very clunky. Like, watching it, where I was just like low key, or really high key cringing. Like, a lot of the spots did not go well. A lot of botches. It only picked up towards the end, you know, when they were doing submission moves and they were attacking each other's legs and stuff. So they had some decent spots towards the end, but majority of the match, I was like a little checked out. I was embarrassed watching it. I was like, I don't like to judge female wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to enjoy. There's plenty of female WrestleMania, or just wrestling matches in general, that I love. But this one was not one of those shit. While watching it, I was talking to this other dude, and I was like, bro, like, while watching it, I'm like, I'd rather be watching Charlotte versus Rhea. Like, they killed it at WrestleMania 39. Like, they tore the house down, in my opinion. That was one of the best matches on the card. This unfortunately was not, but at least, you know, they made the right decision to have Tiffany retain and have that fucking talent. You know what I mean? No one's gonna watch this shit anyway. I don't give a fuck. Charlotte is not good, bro. Like, we don't fuck with her, man. I'm sorry. We don't go for her. Anyway. Yeah, it's reviews. This is one of the best reviews ever. Seth versus Roman versus CM Punk. Going into this match, did not really know how they were gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Like, the win could have went to any of the three. You know what I'm saying? But we all knew that Paul Heyman was gonna get involved somehow, some way, right? And then my laptop turns off. Awesome. But yeah, This was match of the night, hands fucking down. And it had to be match of the night, because every other match before that was, you know what I'm saying, it was on LA Knight versus Fatu was the only decent match in my opinion before that. If this match didn't deliver, I was gonna be like night one was a failure, basically. Like night one didn't deliver, but no, this match smacked, and it had to realize it had the most time, and it deserved all the most. It's a main event, obviously, but you know what I'm saying. CM Punk with the this fire burns promo coming out, before that with in living color singing his cult of personality. I don't think Roman had. I don't remember Roman having a special entrance. I just remember him cutting off Seth Rollins, and that was funny, because that pissed Seth Rollins off. And Seth Rollins had that light to darkness thing going on, whatever. But anyway, the match itself, you know, great spots, great use of weapons up in there, no DQ in the triple threat match. And in the end, Paul Heyman did get involved. At first he betrayed Punk, right? He gave the chair to Roman, and Punk was shocked. And then, wait, was it that? Yeah, no, wait, hold on. No. He gave the chair to Punk. He gave the chair to Punk, and he low blow Punk, and then he gave the chair to Roman, and then Roman proceeded to beat the shit out of Punk. But then he's saying, okay, go get Seth next, and then as soon as he did that, it's like we all kind of knew, I feel like I mean even before the match started, I was thinking bro, Heyman is going to betray both Punk and Reigns. He's gonna side with Rollins because that's the biggest swerve they can do, the biggest shocker, right? He's never managed Rollins before. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a nice storyline to have Heyman against Punk and Reigns. Now he's supporting Rollins. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that promo on Raw got to Heyman, right? That's the story there. That he basically was like, Punk and Reigns don't care about you, and you all know he owed him a favor or whatever. It. I like it. I like the finish. I like that Heyman is with Rollins now, and I'm very curious to see where that storyline is gonna go. But yeah, overall, night one was alright. Except for the last match that saved the night, in my opinion, because before that I was struggling. And honest to God, bro, I'm happy that WWE has decided to have 2 nights instead of 1, because if all these matches were in one night, it would have been rough. I'll be honest with you. So it was a pretty damn good decision to make this thing 2 nights. Now I'm starting to think that night 2. I'm looking at night 2, and I originally thought night 1 was going to be better than night 2. It looks like night 2 is going to be better. You got Io versus Bianca versus Rhea. You got Braun versus Penta versus Finn versus Dominic. All 4. That should be good. AJ versus Logan Paul, despite the fact we can't stand him, he can wrestle. Can't deny that. Damian Priest versus Drew in the street fight. That's gonna be a crash out. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be good. It should be good. Liv and Raquel versus Lyra and TBA. Wait, what's going on there? Was it not Bailey? What happened there? Hold up. Did she get injured? Originally had Bailey. However, Bailey has been taken out backstage. Valkyrie was getting 40 hours picking new. I didn't even know about that. I guess I wasn't paying attention to that. All right, and Randy versus TBA open challenge. I think we all know it's gonna be Rusev, because Rusev's coming back to WWE, right? And then Cody versus Xena, obviously, where I think I mean, I want to see Cena win. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think Cody retaining is gonna do much. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's that gonna do? So Cena kind of has to win that. You know what I'm saying? For storylines to progress and for shit, Cody getting booed the other night. Maybe he's time to turn him heel. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I didn't intend for this video to go longer than 10 minutes, but yeah, that's what happened. I'm not even gonna cut any of this. I mean, I just feel like putting the camera on me, talking about what I just witnessed, and I'm trying to make more wrestling content on this channel. Trying to, because I love wrestling. I've been watching for years. Since the late '90s. So I want to get my opinion out there on on all wrestling. Maybe not just WWE, AEW as well, because I watch a bit of that too. But yeah, not bad. First night, it's okay. Hopefully tomorrow's. I'm not going back to Houston to watch night two because I don't feel like driving. I almost fell asleep driving on the way back here several times. So I can't. I'm not doing that again. And I thought about staying in Houston for the night, but I was like, nah, I ain't going. I got shit to do. I got schoolwork and all that stuff. I'm not gonna. And wrestling. I love wrestling, but it's not that important for me to stay 3 hours away from my house. Anyway, if anybody watched this video and enjoyed it, I appreciate it. Shout out to In the Clutch for hosting that thing. It was good to meet them. Good to be around fellow wrestling fans. I got a recording of myself watching the triple threat match at the end. I might upload that. But yeah, anyway. Peace in the Middle East.